Mama Ada laughed on her wedding day, but before midnight, she was screaming for help because the man she married was never human. Mama Ada used to say poverty was worse than death. She had said it so many times that even the walls of her small mud house seemed to believe it. Each time rain leaked through the roof, each time hunger made her children cry, each time her husband came home with empty hands, her heart hardened a little more. Her husband's name was Mockery. A quiet man. Too quiet for Mama Ada's liking. Mockery was not lazy. No. But luck never followed him. The cassava farm failed. The palm wine business collapsed. Even the motorcycle he bought on loan was stolen within 3 months. The villagers whispered, "Any man that works hard and still remains poor, something is wrong." Mama Ada listened. At first, she defended him. Later, she endured him. Eventually, she despised him. Every evening, as Mockery sat outside sharpening his cutlass, Mama Ada would stand at the doorway and insult him loud enough for neighbors to hear.
What now?
"Other women are wearing gold," she would shout. "I am wearing shame." Mockery never answered back. He only sighed. And that silence made Mama Ada hate him more. The day Mr. Silas arrived in the village, everything changed. He came in a black jeep that raised dust like a small storm. His shoes shone like mirrors. His wristwatch alone looked more expensive than the entire village. Women paused mid-walk. Men straightened their backs. Children ran after the car shouting. Silas did not greet people the village way. He only nodded and smiled slowly, confidently. And when his eyes met Mama Ada's, he smiled longer. That night, Mama Ada could not sleep. For the first time in years, she imagined a different life. A cement house. Proper clothes. Respect. 2 days later, Silas asked to see her. Not her husband. Ha. He spoke gently, his voice smooth like palm oil. "A woman like you shouldn't suffer," he said. "You were born for better." Those words entered Mama Ada's heart and refused to leave. Within 1 month, rumors exploded.
Mama Ada and the rich
Mama
man. Did you
Ada
see?
is
No,
seeing
tell me
another
everything.
man.
They were working
Is she
together
mad?
close. Mama Ada. With
She's
him?
still married. She wants money more than peace. Mama Ada didn't care. When Mockery confronted her, his voice broke. "Ada, have I offended you so badly?" She looked at him, really looked at him, and felt nothing. "I'm tired of suffering," she said. "I want to live." That same week, she went to the elders. She demanded a divorce. The village gathered under the old Iroko tree. Women whispered. Men shook their heads. Divorce was rare. Shameful. Mockery knelt and begged. "I can change," he said. "Give me time." Mama Ada turned her face away. "I've wasted enough years." The elders sighed. By sunset, the marriage was dissolved. Mockery walked away alone, his shoulders heavy, his eyes empty. No one followed him. 3 weeks later, wedding drums filled the village again. Mama Ada was getting married. This time, to Mr. Silas. Her wrapper was new. Her head tie tall and proud. She walked like a woman who had defeated poverty itself. Some women smiled with envy. Others shook their heads in fear. Mama Keel, the oldest woman in the village, pulled Mama Ada aside. "My daughter," she whispered, "do you truly know this man?" Mama Ada laughed. "Must I suffer to prove wisdom?" Mama Keel's eyes darkened. "Some gifts come with shadows." Mama Ada ignored her. The wedding was lavish. Food overflowed. Music thundered. Silas smiled but did not sweat. He did not eat much. He did not drink. When it was time to leave for their new house at the edge of the village, the sky suddenly darkened. Thunder rolled once. Mama Ada felt a strange chill but shook it off. That night, as she sat on the bed, waiting, she smiled to herself. "I have escaped poverty." The door opened. Silas entered. His smile was still there, but something about it felt wrong. The lamp flickered. Mama Ada laughed nervously. "Why is the room cold?" she asked. Silas did not answer. He stepped closer. And then, the lamp went out. Mama Ada screamed.
Why do you
Darkness
stay back?
swallowed the room.
No,
Mama
get
Ada's
away
scream
from me!
echoed, sharp and desperate,
Stay
but
back!
no one heard her.
No,
The new
get
house
away
Silas
from me!
built sat far from the
Ah,
village,
stop!
surrounded by tall trees that whispered even when there was no wind. The lamp suddenly came back on. Mama Ada was breathing hard, clutching her wrapper to her chest. Silas stood beside the bed. But he was no
Stay
longer
back.
smiling.
What do you want?
His eyes, those
No,
gentle
don't touch
eyes that
me.
once promised comfort, had changed. They were darker now. Deeper. Like two holes that led nowhere. Why are you afraid? He asked calmly. Mama Ada forced a laugh. It's nothing. The lamp scared me. Silas tilted his head slowly, as if studying her. You fear because your spirit already knows, he said. Mama Ada's heart skipped. Knows what? Silas reached up and loosened his tie. As he did, Mama Ada noticed something that made her blood turn cold. His shadow did not move with him. Silas stepped forward. The shadow remained still. Mama Ada screamed again and scrambled backward until her back hit the wall. What is that? She cried, pointing. Silas looked down and smiled sadly. So you can see it now. The room grew colder. The walls began to sweat, as though the house itself was breathing. Mama Ada shook uncontrollably. Silas, please, she begged. Whatever joke this is, stop it. Silas sighed and sat on the edge of the bed. I told you I would give you a better life, he said. I kept my promise. You are not human, Mama Ada whispered. Silas did not deny it. I am what your desperation invited, he replied. Her ears rang. I don't understand. Silas's voice grew distant, layered, as if more than one voice spoke at once. When you cursed your husband, when you rejected patience, when you chose wealth over peace, you called me. Mama Ada shook her head violently. No, I didn't know. Silas stood. Spirits do not marry for love, he said. We marry for exchange. Her stomach dropped. Exchange, of what? Silas stepped closer. Your life. Mama Ada fainted. When she woke, it was morning. Sunlight streamed through the window. Birds chirped. Everything looked normal. For a brief moment, she wondered if the night had been a nightmare. Then she noticed the bed. She was alone. No Silas. No clothes of his. No sign he had ever slept there. But on her wrist was a dark mark. Like a burn shaped into a ring. Mama Ada screamed and ran outside. The compound was empty. Silent. Even the trees felt wrong. She ran to the village. People stared as she entered, hair disheveled, eyes wild. Where is your husband? Someone asked. Mama Ada opened her mouth but no sound came out. Mama Keel stepped forward slowly. I warned you, the old woman said. But spirits do not return what they take so easily. Mama Ada fell to her knees. He's not human, she cried. He's a ghost. Laughter erupted. She's lying. Maybe she's ashamed of her marriage. Money has made her mad. Mama Ada begged them to follow her to the house. Only Mama Keel agreed. They returned together. The house was gone.
Where is the
Gone.
house?
Where
should
it
be
once
near
stood
here.
was bare
But I see
earth
nothing.
untouched,
Stay calm.
as though nothing had ever been built there. Mama Ada collapsed. Mama Keel closed her eyes. You married a wandering spirit, she said. One that feeds on regret. Mama Ada wailed. Please help me. Mama Keel shook her head slowly. There is only one man whose prayers might reach you. Mama Ada looked up, hope flashing briefly. Who? Mama Keel hesitated. Your former husband. Okari. The name pierced her heart. She had not thought of him since the divorce. She had erased him from her future. Now he was her only hope. Mama Ada ran. She ran past farms, past streams, past memories. She found Okari sitting alone near the old shrine, thinner than before, but calm. When he saw her, he stood up slowly. Ada, he said softly. She fell at his feet. Forgive me, she cried. I was blind. I was foolish. Okari said nothing. I married a ghost, she sobbed. He wants my life. Silence stretched. Then Okari spoke quietly. I know. She froze. You know? Okari nodded. The night you divorced me, a spirit came to me, he said. He offered me wealth if I let you go. Mama Ada stared at him. I refused. Her breath caught. He said you would come back begging, Okari continued. I prayed instead. Tears streamed down Mama Ada's face. Please help me, she whispered. Okari looked at the sky. I will try, he said. But spirits don't release what they claim without a price. What price? Mama Ada asked. Okari closed his eyes. One of us may not survive the night. Night returned faster than Mama Ada expected. The sky darkened unnaturally, clouds crawling across the moon like bruises. Crickets fell silent. Even the wind refused to blow. Mama Keel prepared the old shrine. She drew white chalk symbols on the ground and placed bitter cola, palm oil, and a bowl of water in the center. Okari stood barefoot, calm but serious. Mama Ada trembled behind him. Whatever happens, Mama Keel warned, do not run. Do not scream. Do not lie. Mama Ada nodded, tears dripping onto the sand. Then the air changed. Cold rushed through the shrine like death passing by. The water in the bowl began to ripple. Mama Ada's ringmark burned. She screamed. The shadows thickened and Silas appeared. But he no longer looked like a man. His body flickered, half solid, half smoke. His eyes glowed faintly, and his feet did not touch the ground. You called me, Silas said, his voice echoing from everywhere. Mama Ada collapsed. I didn't mean to, she cried. Please. Silas laughed, slow and hollow. You meant every insult. Every curse. Every moment you chose wealth over loyalty. Okari stepped forward. She is under my protection now, he said firmly. Silas turned to him. You had your chance, the spirit hissed. You were weak. Okari did not flinch. I was patient. The spirit snarled. Patience is poverty. Okari raised his head. Then I choose poverty. The ground shook. Silas screamed in rage. You think you can take her back, he roared. She belongs to me. Mama Keel struck her staff on the ground. Enough. The spirit paused. There is law even among spirits, Mama Keel said. You cannot keep what repents. Silas laughed bitterly. She repents because she tasted fear, he said. Not because she loved. He turned to Mama Ada. Tell them, he demanded. Why did you leave him? Mama Ada sobbed uncontrollably. I was ashamed, she admitted. I wanted respect. I wanted money. I thought suffering meant failure. Silas smiled cruelly. You hear that? He asked Okari. Not love. Okari's heart clenched, but he remained silent. Mama Ada crawled forward. I was wrong, she cried. I didn't know what peace was until I lost it. Silas raised his hand. Then choose, he said. The air froze. Choose who dies. Mama Ada screamed. No. Silas's eyes burned. Either I take his life and release you, or I take you forever. Mama Ada turned to Okari, shaking. Okari looked at her gently. I forgave you long ago, he said. Live. He stepped forward. Silas grinned. Mama Ada grabbed Okari's legs. No. I won't let you. Mama Keel shouted. Speak truth, Ada. Only truth breaks spirit bonds. Mama Ada sobbed violently. I loved him, she screamed, pointing at Okari. I loved him when he had nothing. I was just too blind to see it. The ground cracked. Silas screamed in pain. No, he roared. Lies. Mama Ada stood, shaking but strong. I loved him when he was poor, she repeated. And I love him now. Silas howled. His body began to break apart, smoke tearing from flesh. This is not over, he shrieked. Mama Keel struck the ground again. It is finish. With a final scream, Silas vanished into the earth. Silence returned. Mama Ada collapsed alive. Okari caught her. The ring mark on her wrist faded. Mama Keel sighed deeply. The spirit is gone, she said. But scars remain. Weeks later, Mama Ada returned to Okari's small house. There was no big wedding. No celebration. Only humility. Mama Ada worked the farm with him. She cooked. She apologized daily. The villagers watched in disbelief. Is this the same woman? She's changed. One evening, Okri looked at her. Are you afraid of being poor again? He asked. Mama Ada smiled sadly. I'm afraid of losing peace. They held hands. Slowly, life returned. Crops grew. Hunger reduced. Respect followed quietly. Not riches, but peace.